Joy had such a bald head.
Actually makes it
Georgia. You have 5
Just build around them.
I remember when I was like 5 or 6 years old, my sister has 3 boys, and they're all 25 and up.
Does he? Yeah, sure. Don't take a picture while she's doing this.
Oh, how
Hi, sweetie.
That's so cute.
Hey.
Yeah, Flossie's in there.
That's Warren's daughter. It's 1979. She's got to be 60 years old.
One in the middle there.
This is video. Oh my God. There you go. Always working in the kitchen. Right? You don't need me. That's not fair. I have desserts in here, you know. Just close the door. Oh, no, you bring him out here.
Usually when she runs up and down.
Yeah, they were running.
My mother always had a camera in her hand, and I do too.
Every time we change our dresses.
Every time we changed our, she'd say to me, I don't have your picture in that outfit. I would have to go out and stand in the snow. I have a picture of me standing in the snow because she didn't have a picture of that skirt. Bless her loving heart. I do want to mention, and if I missed anybody, I apologize. But we did lose some people this year. We lost Dory 2 years ago. Now, we all knew that, didn't we? Okay, so Carlton was also Sandy's brother. I don't know where Sandy is. But,
she's back here.
He died. They had the funerals the same day, I believe. And his funeral was in Florida, and my sister Dory was up here, and we lost her. So now we're the 2 Reed sisters instead of the 3 Reed sisters. But I figured out something. Bill, you'll like this. I never thought of it that way because we were billed as the Reed sisters. That was our professional name when we went around and did our tap dances and our little songs that we sang. And Dory played the piano. And anyway, what was I going to say? Be patient, be patient.
Who passed away?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Who passed away, yeah.
This year, we lost Ben when? 2 years ago? 2 years ago? 2 years.
2.
Yeah. We lost Ben Reed 2 years ago. And we lost somebody this year.
Steve. Hello, Steve.
I heard that Barney died.
Who, Barney?
Barney,
You heard that Barney
Clara's
died?
son.
Okay, that is
Howard
Clara's
died. Yeah, Howard
son.
Howard.
We always call him Barney.
My dad.
Yeah.
You were the one.
And Frank, yeah.
And, oh, yeah, and Franklin. Franklin passed.
Yeah, Franklin passed.
Franklin passed.
Right.
And Stevie
Yep.
is Joy's husband, and
Yeah, I want you to.
he was January. He passed away in January. Is there anybody else?
They said Sissy?
Yeah, and Sissy.
Oh, Sissy, yeah. That's last summer. I should have written it down. Sissy is Sissy Founds, and her name is Mara. Yeah, she died in October, and she went to Louisiana and never came back. So we didn't get to see her a lot, but we were all in contact with her. And of course, Ethel was her sister, and Soxy Roy Howe is still alive in a nursing home, and he would be next in line from Ethel. But since they're not there, they're not here, to defend themselves, then I get to be the oldest today. Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's great.
I love it.
I'm glad it's not me.
I love it. I always did want to be the boss. Most people will tell you I always have been the boss. Especially my sister.
All right.
Anyway, we just wanted to mention those people, and God rest their souls.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
We're all very, very sad that we had to lose, but you know, we got to lose somebody. But don't think you're going to lose me, because I'm going to be here till I'm 95.
There you go. That's good. We're counting on it.
And does anybody have anything to say besides me?
Apparently not.
Spoken like a true grandson.
And this young man is my beautiful grandson.
Yay, Dylan.
I got stuck here because I couldn't find a place to sit.
I think he's got a little bit of Alan Reed in him. Now, come here now. If you want to meet Alan Reed, you got to meet my son Alan. This is Gramps.
He was a carpenter also.
He was raised most of his life by Gramps because we only lived a block apart. He spent
Spent
all
more time in his basement than ours.
Well, yours was a dance studio.
Really? Really?
You ran away.
And Sherry's house has the holes in the floor to prove it. That's where we used to play. The hole's still in the floor.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, I got one for you.
All right.
Pop Abel.
Oh, yes.
Okay? I had a friend that asked me to help him. He opened a new seafood market. And he said, why don't you come in the morning and set things up, and the girls will take over at lunch, and you can go back to your guitars or whatever you want to do. I said, that sounds good. So I started working for Ray in the morning, and this is in South Bethany. And one morning I'm in there, and 3 couples walked in, and they're milling around, and I'm taking care of the lobsters and all this. And one guy walks over towards me, and I said, well, where are you people from? They said, southeastern Pennsylvania. I said, well, what part? He said, Brookhaven. Well, I used to ride my bicycle down to the bowling alley. He said, really, where'd you live? Well, I don't know, Middletown Road and all this. You know, we got talking back and forth. He said, well, when did you live there? I said, well, I grew up there. We moved here when I was 16 to stay, but my grandparents were up there, and we're back and forth all the time, so I'm pretty familiar with the place, you know. He says, tell me something. Do you remember an old man that used to walk up and down Old Middletown Road with 2 canes and a black leather jacket and a funny little hat? I said, yeah, I remember him. He says, yeah, we used to call him Nature Boy. I said, well, we used to call him Pop. That's my great-grandfather. He said, no, you kidding me? I said, no, and I told him about Pop and about George Washington Abel in the mill and everything else, you know. And he says to his friends, he says, guys, you won't believe this. This is Nature Boy's great-grandson. And they turn around and they get this puzzled look, and I was like, oh my God, you know. So we all had to talk. It was like old home week, everybody shaking hands and everything. And they're walking out the door, and the guy says, you don't understand. You solved one of the mysteries of our lives. He says, I was at a party 2 weeks ago. People were asking me about that old man. So now I know who he is. I gotta go call my brother. And they left.
Are you talking about Alan's?
Oh, that's
Actually, that was an Abel.
no.
Okay.
That's Abel too.
Oh, Abel.
These are some of these.
Okay, now Johnny has a story.
Where's Johnny?
You can tell whose child Alan is. Alan
Remember
Reed's
you
wife.
met the
She's
person
that.
that,
Alan Reed's wife.
You met the person
Okay, I
at
got it.
Yeah, he worked at Elwood Institute.
or something. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Reed too, yeah.
Me and Ben, Brian's father.
oh, okay.
We went to the Philadelphia line.
Because Alan was my grandfather. Lisa is
So
my
he's
sister's.
talking to a gentleman about his age.
She's Reed and Abel just
He says,
together.
yeah, my grandfather came to this lodge, worked for the railroad.
Can't hear you.
So my grandfather, great-grandfather came to that lodge. Great-grandfather.
You sure?
Came to that
You
lodge
sure?
and worked for the railroad.
We can't hear.
The old guy looks at him, he says, well, that's kind of funny. He says, because my great-grandfather came to this lodge and worked for the railroad. So I'm standing there like the kid, you know. And I said, I don't know, if I had to sum it up, I'd say this meeting's occurred before.
Yeah.
Probably had.
So this person was a member of Grandpa Reed's family. His family, let's see.
I don't know if there was any relation there, but I would have to wager that they probably knew each other.
Well, it's just amazing if you know a little bit about your family. Of course, we won't even talk to Russell Abel. Stand up, Russ.
We're Mendenhalls too,
Yes, you know, we are.
Well, this is Russell Abel.
Hey, Russ, the family historian. Yes.
Now, let me tell you something. If I wasn't here, he'd be the oldest. Right? I was the first grandchild, and he was the second.
Charlie, Ross, don't forget Charlie.
Older brother, Frank.
Ross. Charlie said he's the oldest. All right.
Family.
Family.
There you go.
I understand that, Troy, because you're much older than me. Wow. 1 year is it?
Frank Tiger.
Well, anyway, I think it's important that Al and John and his families and their families
Yeah, I gotta teach you.
realize that, and Brian, realize that it is up to them to keep this family together, both families.
Okay, it's up to you.
We're getting too old to do it. It's still going to be your job to get it together. And,
Their job.
I just wanted to say, we were talking. My turn.
all right.
There you go.
We were talking on the way up about the fact that maybe we need another place to have a reunion once in a while, and so I volunteered Chuck.
Why? Because he never comes?
Yeah.
If you don't come, you're in trouble.
You can volunteer.
But he's central to people, and he has space, and he has like a yard. He doesn't live in an apartment. And we're just too far away. Nobody wants to be
Closer for you.
He doesn't know.
Well, if you don't show up, you don't know what might happen.
So let him know.
Okay, I'll let him know it's being held at his home.
Yeah.
And then it was Joy's idea. Not ours. I wouldn't do that to
You and
her.
I have nothing to do
We
with
wouldn't do that to her. But we will attend.
There's some places that are smart to buy that little house.
Anyway, I thank you all for coming, and shake the hand of the guy next to you, whether you know him or not. This is a great thing. It's a great thing when families stay together. Families stay together.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm done.
Good job, Aunt Floss. Yay! Good job.